The Montreal Canadiens fell 3-2 to the Ottawa Senators on Sunday night in overtime, and it was a rather difficult performance for the Montreal Canadiens. They couldn't get in a rhythm all night long, and if it wasn't for Jake Allen, this is most likely a loss in regulation for the Canadiens. The biggest issues right now for the Montreal Canadiens are their penalty kill and their power play. They have a lack of cohesion on the power play, specifically their two units. The best way I can describe it right now is that they know what they are trying to do, and that is put the puck in the back of the net, but they have no end goal for how they're going to do that. And I really think at the end of the day, that falls on Kirk Muller. There's a lot of talk about Claude Julien being on the hot seat, but if Kirk Muller can't figure this out, and he hasn't been able to do so during his tenure as a special teams coach for the Montreal Canadiens, then I really think the common theme here is him, not the players, because we've seen a new wave of players here in Montreal, and they've added an immense amount of skill to the lineup. He has to go before Claude Julien does, and I really think Kirk Muller is not the answer for this Montreal Canadiens coaching staff. On that note, here's an example of the Habs playing not to lose instead of playing to win. There was a 4-on-4 at the end of the second period, and the coach's first instincts were to throw out Weber and Sherratt. If you were going to have Mete and Romanov on a pairing, why not throw them out in that circumstance and utilize the space that they have all over the ice? When there's more space on the ice during 4-on-4, the Canadiens' first instinct was to throw out their two older defensemen that lack mobility. Let's talk about some of the good in the game from the Canadiens. Nick Suzuki, young players are going to go through some struggles when the rest of the league adjusts to their playing style and how they attack them. Nick Suzuki is no different with that and currently was on a 4-game pointless streak before going into tonight's contest. But the Canadiens did what they do best, and they scored off the rush, off a beautiful shot from Nick Suzuki, who badly needed that to get his confidence going. And you saw throughout the rest of the game that he was a much more confident player after his goal. Now let's talk about Tyler Toffoli. There's something about watching this player every shift that you really grow to appreciate the type of player that he is. He doesn't get the two-way credit that he deserves, yet he's a very defensively responsible forward. The thing that caught my eye tonight was just his regular hockey IQ. There was a cycle in the offensive zone in the first period, and his line was out there, but Toffoli found a way to create space and lose his man, and ultimately got off a good scoring chance, and that's the type of presence that Toffoli can really bring to this Canadiens lineup on any given night. The last two things are pretty quick hitters. Joel Armia has too much size, strength, and skill. It's a shame that he hasn't been able to put his consistency together over a full 82-game season. This is a player that can stick handle in a phone booth without any issue, but he's never been able to find that consistency on a game-to-game basis. Lastly, Corey Perry picked a great time to do the one thing the Canadiens hadn't been doing all night, and that was drive the net. He scored doing so and got the Canadiens the extra point that they needed in this contest, sending the game into overtime. And the Canadiens really didn't deserve that extra point heading into the final frame in the third period. The scoring chances in the slot were 13-2 for the Ottawa Senators, and that is completely unacceptable for this Montreal Canadiens team, even if they are on a back-to-back. That's it for me tonight from Cook's Corner. As always, hit that subscribe button down below and comment your thoughts on the Canadiens' 3-2 overtime loss to the Ottawa Senators. The Habs are back in action against these same Senators on Tuesday night. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.